Hey everyone, I just cleaned the guinea pig cage, and as you see, again, my area is really messy right after I clean it, so please try to ignore all of that. And I'm trying to reorganize everything again, so that's why that area is also really messy. And by the way, this video is a quick video telling you guys the pros and cons between using fleece versus bedding, and different things you can experiment with, whether to use fleece and bedding or whether to choose one or the other. Hey Cece. Hey girl. Okay, so what I've chosen to do is use fleece and bedding, and I'll tell you why later. So some of the pros and cons for fleece is it looks really pretty, it feels so soft, you can find all different kinds of patterns. And if you have a big CNC cage like me, you don't have to go out every single week and buy five huge bags of bedding to lay into your cage while you clean it. So it's also a way to save money, but you do need to wash it 2 to 3 days, every 2 to 3 days. So, and you need to dry it, and some people find that a hassle. But I still stick to fleece because it is really pretty looking, and I don't really mind the washings, and the guinea pigs really like it. And also, for older guinea pigs, they find it easier instead of treading through bedding. It's like a more solid surface. It's easier for them. It's easier on their joints. But my guinea pigs, they are senior pigs, but they're not that old, so I don't really think that difference matters so much for them. But it's good to get them used to fleece early. And then the pros and cons of bedding is, okay, number one, there are a lot of different types of bedding to choose from. You could choose from aspen shavings, which are basically wood shavings, or you could choose from Carefresh, soft sort. There's a lot of different kinds of beddings. I use Carefresh because I find it absorbs the most and it is the best for me. And the pros and cons of bedding are, it doesn't look as messy. It actually takes a longer while for the bedding to actually look messier. You can change it less often if you put a lot. And the thing is that it sort of hides their poop. It sort of disguises it because, oh, sorry, I don't have any treats. Because when they sort of poop and then they start kicking it around, it sort of messes up the bedding and then sort of covers some of it. But it doesn't look as nice, but it's really easy to clean up. And whether you're using fleece or bedding, I recommend a mini dustpan and a mini broom to sweep up every single day. So for the bedding, you only need to use this, sweep it up every single week, and everything's easy. But it costs a lot of money. If you're using fleece every single day, just sweep it up and then throw it into a little trash can like that. So it's also really easy, but it's a more affordable option for me. And the pros and cons of using both fleece and bedding. What a lot of people do is they use fleece for the main cage, and then they make a little litter box, like a corner litter box, to potty train your guinea pig. I'll tell you first that it's not really possible to potty train a guinea pig. They're not like dogs where you give them a treat and then while they do their business and then they learn how to do it. But I find that they do prefer to do it in corners. So a lot of people just put litter boxes full of bedding in the corners. And what I do is I don't use litter boxes because I find that if they feel like they don't have a whole border to leap over and poop in, they more easily go in this area. So I've basically made up a whole kitchen area over here, same on that side of the cage. So I got a water bottle, I gotta refill that, water bottle, pellet bowl, hay, bedding, and salt licks. As you see, it's been a while, about 5 hours since I cleaned the cage. I'm trying to clean up some of this stuff right now. Been about 5 hours and everything is still really neat. There's no poop outside of my corners where I put the bedding, so That's usually where they eat, where they drink, and where they do their business. So I find it really helpful that way. But one of the bad things about it is, no, you do not need to. You do need to change the bedding every single, at least 2 days. So I do it every single day for my guinea pigs. So that still adds up to a lot of bedding, but what you could do is just do one little corner, one little corner, one little corner, and one little corner, because I've only laid out like a whole kitchen area, but you don't have to do this. And one of the cons is that it can get a bit messy, because as they said, they do like to kick the bedding around and the hay, and some of it will scatter and get all over the cage. But it's pretty simple. Again, take your mini dustpan and then sweep it all up, dump it in the kitchen area, and then change the bedding the next day. So I find using fleece and bedding the most affordable, easy option, and your guinea pigs love it, and your cage actually looks nice because of the fleece. It looks really pretty. So those are the pros and cons of fleece and bedding, and fleece and bedding and fleece or bedding. And hope you enjoyed my video. Also, I'm always gonna keep you guys updated, and one thing I just want to show you quickly is how naughty this little piggy has been. She has completely teared up the cage one day. What she did, I'm gonna show you right now. Oh, and they also have a tendency to move their house wherever they want to go if they feel sort of threatened. They're not feeling threatened, but they just do it for fun. It's sort of like their portable shelter. If they want to get a drink of water, they scooch it over here. If they want to take a nap, they scooch it all the way back there. So I find that happens a lot, but they're not sleeping now, so all of their houses are scooched up close. And also, what a little destroyer that piggy has been. Do you see this? Do you see this? I've tried to put pieces of paper here to block it out, but she still managed to get to everything. When she's hungry and I don't give her her veggies soon enough, she does this to the plastic. And no, she does not swallow it. She just rips it off, and then I have to clean up the pieces in the cage. But this is what she does. This was a new shower curtain. I just put it in a month ago, literally, and she completely teared it up. As you see, Coco's side is really perfect, but Cece's side, look at this. Starting from the divider of the cage, all the way down, rip, 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 hole, huge gaping hole. She teared a binder clip off here, and then she also bit through it, hole. No rips until here, big gaping hole. She teared that whole section off. I have no idea how she did it. She teared, let's see. She teared this whole piece off. Okay, so this piece was like that big, and then she teared it off and she ripped it off, though the binder clip is still intact. And here's another huge gaping hole. It's another little peep sight. And also, this makes things a bit harder because she decided she wants a little window. Yeah, so I got to duct tape that up before I let the hamster out again, because I usually let my hamster run around in this whole area, but my hamster can go through these little holes. So I just gotta be careful and let her. I just gotta patch this up with duct tape, and it's happening all over there too. So it's like a huge gaping window over here. Thank you very much, Stacey. You're so mean. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Sorry, I have a cold. And yeah, so little updates, and I'm thinking of doing updates more often to keep you up on what is happening in this little house of mischiefs. So I'm thinking of doing daily videos for this week. I want to try it out. yeah, so I'm gonna tell you guys a bunch of what's happening, daily events. I'm gonna keep my camera in my pocket constantly, so whenever I see something cute, I could just catch it on camera. Okay, so this was an update slash bedding fleece help video. So thank you guys for watching. I'll keep you guys updated really often. Okay, see ya.